Hello everybody and welcome to the Top 5. This is the series in which I explore the Minecraft recreation of Walt Disney World on MC Magic and list off my top 5s, whether it's the top 5 attractions, top 5 restaurants, top 5 music tracks. It's what I consider to be the best of whatever we're talking about. And today we're talking about the top 5 attractions at the Magic Kingdom. Now this is a tough one, and I mean this is the case with most of the top 5s I'm going to be doing. It's not a hard task to find 5 great things. It's really a hard task to find only 5 great things. And so I just want to point out that this is my complete personal opinion. This isn't the top 5 most popular or, based on a survey. It's just my own wanting to speak my mind about Disney. So coming in at number 5, we have the Jungle Cruise. Now, it's interesting. You wouldn't expect the Jungle Cruise to be in a top 5. It's not particularly exciting. It isn't high tech. There's nothing, super impressive about it. But I think what it lacks in those departments, it makes up in spirit. The Jungle Cruise is a very fun ride. It's got a lot of witty banter and really funny puns. So much of the ride's experience comes from the effort that is put in by the Jungle Cruise tour guide who's on your boat. And I think among everything else at the parks, it really sets the mood for Disney World. Like, it's a great first ride to go on when you get to the Magic Kingdom because, one, it's not a high demand, so there's not a whole, lot of waiting you'll probably have to do. But at the same time, it's just also, like, it puts you in such a great mood. I've never seen anybody cranky on the Jungle Cruise because it's just so much fun. And it really encapsulates that spirit of Disney World and the spirit of these cast members putting their all into making your experience really enjoyable. Coming in at number 4 is Space Mountain. It's actually surprising to me, myself, that it came up all the way back in number 4. I love sci-fi. I love Tomorrowland. I think the Space Mountain building's iconic. I think it's a very novel idea. I don't know if it was the completely first indoor roller coaster, but it was among the first. And what that did for it was, even though it isn't the fastest coaster, or it's not a particularly fast coaster in general, it still feels very exciting, and that comes from the inability to really see what's in front of you when you're riding. I think the theming's perfect. It's got some really memorable cue music, like the Star Tunnel. It's really fun. It's a must-see. It's up there with, the zeitgeist. It's one of those rides that even if you're not a Disney person, you've heard of Space Mountain and you can think of Space Mountain and you know what it is. Coming in at number 3 is Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, this was one of my favorites even before the films came out, but it's even more so now that the movies are out. This is another one that I think is just classic Disney. It's up there with Space Mountain, one of these famous names that I think anybody could recognize. It's not super exciting like Space Mountain is, but the theming's fantastic. The music is so memorable. It just shows that, it resonates with people. The fact that it originally wasn't going to be put in the Magic Kingdom, but then was put there because there was so much demand, shows that, people who wrote it even back then really loved it so much, and it was a big fan favorite. I think for me, what it is most is the smells of the Pirates of the Caribbean. There's something about the water, down there, and it's like a dark set. Just like all of it comes together, and it creates this unforgettable experience that I really have a lot of fun riding every time I'm at Disney World. Coming in at number 2 is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Now, this one I don't think you'd see at the top of a lot of top 5s, but to me, it is among my favorite. This is a theater show that you sit in the theater and your seats actually rotate around the stages, and animatronics put out this 4-act play about progress throughout the century in an American household. And I love the message of it, always looking forward to progress and celebrating progress and innovation. And I think the ride itself was innovative and very progressive. Just that, having animatronics play this out, it was Walt's very unique and novel take on theater. And it still to this day is entertaining, at least for me. I know it's gone through some seasonal periods where it wasn't open all the time, and hopefully we'll never see it close down. It also has a rich history in Disney. You know, it was one of the rides that Disney, Walt himself was so involved in that they eventually renamed it from the Carousel of Progress to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress, because it felt like he had ownership on it. He was involved from beginning to end. And I think it's a great message for people young or old to look to tomorrow and to celebrate progress, because, you know, it leads to a better life. And then coming in at number 1, the number 1, or I should say my number 1 Magic Kingdom attraction is the Haunted Mansion. I think this is the epitome of iconic Disney attractions. I think it's got perfect everything. I think the exterior is amazingly designed. I think the music is amazing. I think the balance between trying to do a genuinely creepy Haunted Mansion and then a fun, you know, relaxing Haunted Mansion is a perfect balance. The voiceover narration is just so memorable and fantastic. This is one of those rides that I will not miss if I go to the Magic Kingdom. It's definitely my favorite ride in the Magic Kingdom, and it's up there with one of my favorite rides in all of Disney World. So if you're in Disney World, you should definitely check it out. And if you have Minecraft, you should definitely check all of these attractions out on MC Magic. You know, they've built all of these rides not only to look like the real thing, but you can actually ride them, which is awesome and fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I would love to hear what your top 5 Magic Kingdom attractions are. Maybe some of these are on your list. Maybe this is exactly what your list is. Maybe it's not at all what your list is. I'd love to hear it. So in the comments below, please feel free to tell me your Magic 5. And if you have a top 5 that you'd like to see me cover, also feel free to suggest it in the comments below. I want to thank you all for watching. I want everybody to have a fantastic week. Whatever you're doing, make the most of it. And I hope to see you all next time for the next top 5. Bye, everybody.